I am your girl Candy, and to my left, we have Jami, that's me.
That's me.
Yes.
What's going on?
You all may know her from YouTube.
Drew says that she didn't care if she was in the film. Now she over here hoping that Candy doesn't take her out of the damn film. Which one is it? You want to be in it or you don't want to be in it? Well, I'm primarily girl on the YouTube. You can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, all of that. Jami, that's me. You know, I may have done a movie or two over there on Tubi or something like that.
Yay.
So I ain't trying to get my Drew on. You know what I'm saying? But you know, check me out.
Okay, we're going to get into that a little more. All right, and then right here in the back is the beautiful, the very talented Dom Unique. She's also one that you would know from Candy and the Gang.
Sometimes you gotta do some cute shit.
Gang. And she is our bartender.
Yes, Candy. And I have a cocktail for you, a mocktail. It is called Candy on the Rocks. And it is a tropical puree. It has lime. It has ginger beer topped off. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Okay. This thing is good.
Period.
So another thing, Dom has been talking about doing her classes for people who want to learn how to make drinks.
Yes,
and stuff
absolutely.
Like that. Make sure you follow her to keep up when she gonna do that.
Yes, follow me. I am The Variety is my Instagram. I have an ebook coming out in a few weeks with cocktails, and I will also have classes coming up as well. So yeah, check me out.
But let me know when the ebook come out so I can post it.
Absolutely.
It's me and your girl Jami, that's me, and we're about to speak. Oh, I'm hoarse. Speak on it. We better speak on it. I've been partying all weekend.
Too fucking busy. Check my technique. That's my technique. Bad bitch. Be soon.
Yeah. It was a lot.
I know.
It was a lot going on. I'm a little hoarse, so we're about to speak on it. That's all you're going to get today. Well, speak on it. This is episode 15. So, Jami, that's me. First of all, I'm not going to tell what happened, but we did do the reunion last week. Everybody knows because somebody leaked the freaking photo.
Who you think did it? Give me an initial if you don't want to say the name.
Well, I personally felt like, I don't know. I don't think that any of the girls themselves did it. Okay. I feel like maybe they probably shared it with a friend or maybe their glam or somebody. Yeah. And maybe that person probably shared it. I don't know for facts because nobody's owning up to sharing anything with anybody.
I think it was Sheree.
See, I don't want to give. Sheree wasn't happy with how she looked, so why would she?
Oh, because Sheree has this certain editing technique to all of her photos that I think gives a very strong face tune to them. And so when I was looking at it, I said, I feel like this is the same face that we see like on all of her photos. I feel like it was her. Because everybody, if you look at Sheree pictures that she posed, everybody damn near look the same. Like they all got the same eyes, even though they got a different face. So it's just how she edits the photos for me. I was like, I feel like it could have been Sheree. Some of the people are saying that you leaked the Candy.
And why would they think that I'm gonna leak it?
Bravo knows that's not the truth. There's many. We playing Ellen for 4 months. Masked Singer, Big Brother.
Yeah, like I done showed you I can keep some damn secrets.
Right,
and
exactly.
To be clear, I have good photos every year. Meaning like I always let, even though I don't be liking Bravo's pictures a lot of times, they had a good team come this time though.
Oh, did they?
Yes. But normally in the past, I've always felt like the videos or the photos, I have my phone, I always tend to like them better, but I've never leaked a photo. I done been here for 14 seasons, y'all. Why am I leaking a photo right now? And on top of that, Jami was with me. She was taking pictures. And I don't want to get in trouble because obviously I'm going to be the first one who get the finger pointed at them. You here to speak on it.
Okay, speaking on it, House of Aaron, I love you. But he felt like your team leaked it.
Why would he think my team leaked it?
I don't know. It was interesting when I was watching the video and how he went through the different breakdowns. And you're not a fave. And I think he just wanted to.
I don't care if I'm not a fave of his. I'm not going to get myself in trouble, my love, for leaking that photo.
I remember. He said that you looked the best out of everybody. And he also
Oh,
said
thank you
that,
for the
yeah, he
compliment.
said you look the best from what he saw. He also said that he did not like that you were sitting on the end either. He felt like you should have been sitting in Drew's spot because you've been here long enough. You should not have been on that end.
I sat on the end last year. Now, to be clear, and I've said this a million times, I don't like sitting next to Andy.
Oh, really?
No. The reason why, the one year that I had to sit next to Andy, it is the hot seat. That means that all
The
the
question.
negativity is coming at you.
Right.
Now, what I will say is that I did have a lot of negativity coming at me, even though I was not in the hot seat.
Was it coming from Andy or other cast?
Now from the cast.
He was like, I mean, if you look good in the photo, why wouldn't you want to leak it and show it off to everybody?
Because I have better photos of myself. I got better photos of myself in my dress, obviously.
She got some good ones.
Beautiful. 10, 9, 8, 7. Beautiful. Yeah, there it is. That's what we were looking for. Can you do like a look away, a slight look away?
No, but that's why I was saying I don't necessarily feel like, and this is just me. I, after speaking to all of the girls, the jacked up part is not just the girls in the photo got the not in the photo got the pick, but some of the other people who were just a part of the cast or part of the season also got the photo. So I definitely don't think it. I don't think it was them either, and I just simply feel that it is either some part of somebody's team or somebody's somebody let somebody have access to their phone. Now, the reason why I feel like somebody got access to somebody's phone, you will find that out in the reunion.
Ooh.
And I will not say any more than that. My thing is, if they can access your phone for this, they may have accessed your phone for that. So I don't necessarily think it's one of the girls. Maybe people accessing their phone.
I feel like the season could have been much better. I do quite well. Number one, I feel like you weren't there a lot, and I know that you were doing escaping things, you know, and that had a lot to do with it. But I would have liked to have seen you a bit more this season. Some part of me made me think that you were also kind of over the girls, so you were kind of glad that you weren't at a lot of things. I think Kenya is bored.
Woo! Talk about the audacity.
With the cast. I think Drew is extremely dramatic. I think Marlo tried and it just did not stick or land.
Thank me later, Candy.
And the season, it just wasn't as good as it could have been. I found myself watching more episodes and being like, it's another C. It's not an A+ episode and stuff like that. So I think it could have been better, but I don't know if you guys have like new producers or who's behind the scenes or not pulling out certain things from people. I don't know, but it was definitely a difference, and it wasn't necessarily my favorite season.
Okay, that was fair. That was fair. I mean, everything you said really was fair. I mean, you know, they definitely, you know, have something to say about me missing a lot of dates or whatever. You know, I got in trouble a lot, you know.
Really? With the cast or with production?
Both. Yeah, like,
Why
you know,
Marlo
that's
was
fair.
so jealous.
Well, you know, I mean, obviously some of
pressed.
the girls had an issue with me missing a lot of, you know, days. I mean, I missed
Ooh, I got a question.
a cast trip, you know, with Alabama. I was only on part of the other cast trip. So it's fair to say that, you know, they wasn't necessarily happy about that. But then, you know, to be honest, yeah, production wasn't necessarily happy with me either. So, yeah.
So when they set up each season, though, they ask you guys to hand in your dates. The flyers have been out, everything. So it's kind of like the cast members know, but they want to film saying it anyway. Like they already, but then they're still booking these trips when they already knew you were going to be gone.
Well, that is true, in all fairness, that's how I felt. I'm like, you know, my agent did say, you know, that I was doing these dates, and obviously the shows were public or whatever, but that still didn't change the fact that, you know, they felt like, well, you knew you was gonna be doing this too, so Yeah, so I'm just being honest, you know. Yeah, I got
Did
in
they
trouble.
have that same energy when Kim Zolciak wasn't showing up for stuff when she was on the show?
She ended up not showing up ever again, did she?
Ooh.
So yes,
No,
they
but see,
did.
she ended up getting her own show, which is like
Yeah,
a
but
reward.
it's still different than being a part of Real Housewives, right? People look at it as a reward, and I can understand how you could see it as a reward because you look at it like, oh, okay, well, they don't really have to deal with the rest of the cast. They don't really have to deal with their drama, whatever. But at the same time, even, you know, as a person who's had, you know, mine were always specials. They weren't really spinoffs except for like Candy and the Gang or whatever. With that being said, those are like 6 episodes, 8 episodes. Housewives ends up most of the time being 18 episodes, 20 episodes. It's a very big difference in pay.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay? So, you can say it's a reward because, yeah, if they cool with only making this much of the year, then that's fine.
Ooh, gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
I didn't think about it like
That's
that.
why
Yeah.
I ain't never, people used to be like, oh, she can't get her out. No, I was having specials and I was okay with that because I'm cool with this being a little extra on the side. And if that's your main thing, then that's a lot less episodes than Housewives.
Yeah.
Well, Kenya made an issue about it. She spoke up about people not really showing up. So when Kim came back, that white scene, when they had the white on, I guess Kim was late or whatever. So they show her and Kenya getting into it, but it was basically because Kenya was explaining that Kim got there and then only wanted to do 5 minutes and then leave. And so
Yeah, that was the issue. A lot of people just felt like at that time, that was a lot of seasons ago, obviously, y'all. But yeah, they were saying that she wasn't really wanting to work. You know, she
And
wasn't.
that's completely different from you because you want to work. You just got a lot of
Yeah,
jobs.
I had overbooked myself basically. That's simply put.
And they were aware and they still move forward. I don't like that.
What you mean?
As if they have your schedule and they know that you're likely going to be busy, why still book when they know you're not going to be there so that they can kind of create whatever story of, oh, Candy's
Well, I
not
just kind
showing
of felt
up.
like with the cast trip, it was just kind of like, y'all already know I have these 2 concert dates on this date, so why are we booking that week? There's another week that we could book that I
Right.
do not have. Yeah,
That's
it's
what I'm
like,
thinking.
Now it's like I'm forced into not, but it either way, you know, I take responsibility for whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. And going forward, I would handle things differently.
Okay.
Your outlook of the season, even probably the way that you feel like how Kenya's looking at everybody else, I think that's probably fair to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all those things that you said to me are valid. You know what I mean? Overall, I don't know. It was like in the beginning, it felt like it started off to be a spicy season.
Okay, I'm ready to go home, you guys, because as I say, Candy Birds never can talk about what she wants, so y'all stop talking about stuff.
about when you cut the girl in the face then.
Okay, let's talk about that.
I guess the whole drama between me and Marlo for a lot of people dragged out a little bit too long. And then from there, I don't know where it went. But
Anything you would have changed after the moment of you and Marlo? Because Marlo was really dragging it. But after that, after we got past that, is there anything in the season you would have changed?
well, we still going. I wouldn't change what happened. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know if I would have changed anything. I just feel like, yeah, it's like you can't. I always feel like reality is supposed to be based on what you're dealing with in real life, right? So for me, yeah, I mean, I wasn't really there for them, so that's what was happening in my real life. And as far as the movie was happening, and that's what happened in real life, so, and I wouldn't change it.
So after watching it, though, because now it's the end and it's about to be the finale, you said you wouldn't change nothing about Drew, but watching Drew in her other scenes, do you wonder why she continued to play the role?
If she said that, then Candy's lying.
I don't know why Candy is lying.
She want me to do this movie, so I think she's trying to warm me up to the idea of maybe...
I'm kissing the girl.
Right! We were all in the dungeon. You know that. Like, you just gonna lie on everybody?
Because, I mean, basically, we signed an agreement. Like,
So that means it came with a check.
Yeah, we paid her. We
She
paid
need
her.
another job. So.
Oh, you're saying why did she go ahead and go into the agreement if she was felt all this way about the LaToya situation.
Now, Kandi has now apologized to me. I'm side-eyeing this whole situation because it's a little odd. I don't want to keep doing stuff like that. Like, if it's not, like, Lifetime and above, I'm not doing it.
Now, that was the part that damn irritated me. Because, like, when she set up and told Sheree whatever about, you know, trying to say that I use her situation with Toya to promote my movie, I'm like, first of all, like, I would never lie on somebody to set up another business situation, right? And to be clear, when everybody said those things about her and the Toya happening, the movie didn't even exist.
Right.
So
y'all was still in like casting phase and trying to get production, right?
No. The movie is started happening the end of last year. He thought of her being a part of this movie at the end of 2022, during season 15. When the thing that was taped for her and Toya and that whole situation, that was in season 13. She was not even thought of to be on a movie. So what are you talking about?
Right. And then how she used the whole dungeon conversation. I was like, that doesn't necessarily apply to me, because I felt like somebody used something against you that you turned in for something good.
Right.
So how does that connect with you trying to use her situation to promote for something? Like, that just didn't make any sense. And I was like, Drew, you pulling, and I've liked Drew for the most part, but the past few episodes have been, no ma'am, you lying. It's like you're pulling different shit out your ass so whatever story you have in your head can fit, so that people won't see you as this woman that actually kissed another woman. And nobody's calling you a lesbian. It's just that if you've kissed a girl, it's okay.
Listen, I've kissed a girl before.
Have you ever kissed a woman, Drew?
I've never kissed a woman.
It happened. Like, it is like we are in a completely different time today. So if you got a little smooch or whatever the case is, like, that's fine. But the way you try to moonwalk and, you know, dance and all of this out of it, it just makes you look more guilty than it makes you look innocent. And then the other thing for me is, what I didn't like was when she called you a liar. And I'm like, we've been watching this show with Kandi for over a decade.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That reunion was lit, by the way, but go ahead.
I can't wait to see it. But I'm like, I cannot recall a time I've seen Kandi on television where she's lied. Like, your character and how you present yourself is extremely important to you. And something as small as you kissing somebody, if she was going to lie, why would she lie about that? Like, it's not that.
And not to mention, Kenya's also said it publicly that they kissed. Other people in the cast basically said it. So my thing is, why is all that energy for me, though? Like, why are you just feeling like I am making it up and I'm the only one saying this? That's the thing that is what was so weird to me.
She was just in a weird space at that time too, because the way she was crying all over the place, I didn't understand it. And then you confide in Sheree, a person that don't even like you. And I'm like, okay, you're lost right now. Like, you searching for a friend and it's not landing right now. And then we get to this episode of her afraid to come in because of Anthony and stuff. I'm just like, I don't know about you, Drew, girl.
Okay, so let's get to this episode. Yeah, now it is kind of crazy that, the point that Cynthia made during the show is that, you know, she's been married and divorced and Kenya is still getting divorced.
Still.
That is a crazy situation. I did not know it took that long to get divorced.
Me neither. And I feel like it should be like a law or something. Like, I don't think people should be able to go beyond a year still married to each other if it's clear that they don't want to be married.
Right, but something is like they still fighting through different things. And I'm like, how do we have this much to fight about and y'all wasn't even married that long?
She needs the Kim Kardashian. Remember how Kim was like, give me this divorce from Kanye, period. And they gave that to her. And she said, we'll work out the rest later. That's what Kenya needs.
Let's get to Drew. So you guys saw, you know, we had the first day of the movie or whatever. And, you know, Drew is, okay, so to be clear, a lot of the locations in the movie, we used a lot of locations that we own, whether it was our house or restaurants or buildings that we own.
The key to all of this, like my man Tyler Perry did, we actually used a lot of things that we own. We're filming at our house, we control that. We're saving at least 6 figures on location.
We use a lot of our own locations because that's a big part of your budget in any movie. And we basically was paying for it out of our pocket. So everybody's salaries. Now we paid everybody.
Come on.
Including Drew. Okay. Make sure everybody got their money. You know what I'm saying? We ain't asked anybody to do anything for free, to be clear. So, you know, we treated it like, you know, any
a real actual production.
Yeah, real production. This was a real production, right? They were just getting to be able to take little movie clips to catch us in the act of. Now,
Drew,
I thought it was interesting in her trailer how she was like, "Oh, I'm not doing anything less than Lifetime after this." Oh, okay.
Why would she? Kandi, this is what I have an issue with you.
You have an issue with me?
I do.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me why.
My issue is you always look out for people that turn around and do some slick shit.
But how am I supposed to know that they're going to turn around and do that?
That's true, but I feel like you knew when she called you a liar. And you could have been like, Todd, we need to rework this.
I had thought about that. But then I was like, you know, business is business. And to be honest, like, we put together our cast and everything so quick. And we wanted to definitely film at the top of January because the time period that we had to film, one of our actors, that was the only time he was going to have free. The leading man, Rob Riley. And if we didn't do it during that time, then we was going to have to recast him and all sorts of kind of stuff. So to switch out her part at the last minute in December, right by Christmas, it was just like, it was just going to be too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she was trying to be cool after the fact. So I was just kind of like, okay, let's let all this little cattiness go. Let's think business minded. Let's keep it like it's supposed to be and keep moving. Yeah. Now, of course, I didn't hear the little slick remark about the Lifetime thing until, you know, I'm watching the show.
True. Very true.
But at the same time, it's just kind of like, I'm not going to get in my feelings about business, right? At the end of the day, this is me and Todd's first movie, even though it's done now and it looks amazing. You will never be able to tell it was our first, just to be clear. But I was like, what is all the slick shade about? Because at the end of the day, I didn't really think she was overbooked.
Nah, I didn't think she had anything. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I really didn't think she had anything going on.
I mean, I had saw the, I did see her acting in the Lifetime movie. What was it?
Was it Sorority Sisters?
Yeah. It was the kind of like a scary movie, but I thought she did really good in that. You know, I'm not here to
I think she's a good actress.
Yeah, she did a great job. But even with that being said, I ain't really seen a lot of movie projects.
Correct.
And the ones that she told me about are also independent films. So, like, did I miss something?
I know a lot of people, like Dallas Austin, like I've seen so many movies filmed at his old Jetson house. Is she just mad because it was your house?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't understand, you know, what was happening.
What was this like?
Like, I mean, we use my house in the movie.
Was she talking to somebody?
So it's a lot of people that's using houses in Atlanta
or
in movies.
Airbnb.
Even before I moved in my house has been in a music video before. I think it's in an OL Gucci. Somebody showed me. He's like, "Did you know this was your house?" So my house has been used for sets before I even owned the house. So I'm just like, ooh.
You think she gonna promote the film?
I don't know. We kind of went a little hard on each other at the reunion.
That's what I wanted to know.
She seems to be good at separating business from personal feelings. I mean, shit, her and her husband still be on here doing stuff together and they going through a whole divorce.
I guess. I thought Ralph said that he wanted to be back. He said something in People magazine. I don't think he wants that divorce anymore. I think she might be okay with it.
That was about a month ago.
Oh, this is the silent T.
No, because I can't say too much because obviously I can't speak on, you know, the reunion, things that are coming up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I can't give too much. But what I just, let me shut up on that. And right now, unfortunately, because of the strike, we can't really promote no movies no way.
So are you guys going to put the movie on hold until after the strike? And we don't know how long that's going to be.
And that's what's so irritating to us because honestly, I really want y'all to see the movie. Because at the same time, somebody over there acting like, you know, it was so hard for them to do these scenes. Because, oh my God, I be like, when the people be trying to make me seem like I'm getting them out of their element.
Oh, yeah.
I be like,
very comfortable.
Yeah.
When we get to those sex scenes, I may need some guidance because I'm a little nervous about.
But I too, but you know, we do have one of those intimacy coaches that are going to be here for you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, baby, come on.
To be clear, we had a whole intimacy coach. So intimacy coaches that are on movie sets these days, they always try to have an intimacy coach anytime you have to do anything intimate with somebody else on a movie set. So that person is there to make you feel comfortable.
Who taught me actually, like, the way that you form your mouth and certain syllables you say can make it appear that you're having an orgasm.
And to make it clear with the producers, directors, that you don't have to do anything that you feel uncomfortable with.
She acting her ass off.
She's really doing it.
They normally make sure it's a lot of padding, it's a lot of this. They'll give you other ways to give off of what you're supposed to be giving instead of actually doing it. Mm-hmm. So let's say, for instance, if I'm supposed to kiss you, they'll be like, oh, well, you could just, and they'll give you other things you can
Finesse
do.
it.
They'll show you how to finesse, but everybody don't want to finesse. Some people just get comfortable.
But my question is, when the person got there, what was her reaction? Was there much help really needed from the intimacy coach, or did it seem like she had it?
There's more than one intimacy scene.
Wait a minute!
To be clear.
Okay.
It's multiple in this movie. At first, she was being chill, listen to what the person told her. But, as the time goes on, they're comfortable, kicked in. Real comfortable.
Committed to our scene. We do what we needed to do.
Give them some thought.
Yeah. Right. Gave her back her bed.
Once again, she's a great actress.
Because Drew is a real actress.
Let's chalk it up to it was great acting.
Good job.
She did an amazing job.
Great job.
Is this party really for Mecca, or is it your grandma coming out party?
It's for Mecca and for me. I'm a grandma.
Girl, that was a she by come see me.
You said, hold on. Okay. I love this. Can I take pictures here?
That's what it was given.
She might come see me.
Because it was not no baby sipping seed. I was like, you really spent all of this money.
She's so deserving of all of this and more.
And I promise it's no disrespect, Sheree, but girl, it is a little bit. Listen, you spent all of that money and don't know if you're finna get a contract for next season to maintain that big, beautiful home that you have. And it couldn't have been my child. Because I wish my mama would have thought she finna throw a sip and see and you finna parade my child around like a funeral procession throughout all of these people. We not finna do that.
She like she drunk.
It was very much about Sheree that day. I mean, she had outfit change.
She did.
It was very cute. Yeah, it was a beautiful event. Now, the thing that I thought was interesting was that she had Martell show up in the family color. And she thought that Bob was being shady by having the other girl show up in the family color, but the other girl was actually family.
Yeah. She looked young, right? No, I don't know. No shade, I don't know.
She did. Trying to be petty. See, I told Martell to get in the picture. Like, girl, I can't say your stepdaughter because, I guess you didn't know about her at the time, but that's your kid's sister. That's embarrassing. I think Bob was wrong for that.
You didn't tell your story. We were married and everything. I didn't know.
Yes, right after the news.
He definitely was.
Her like a heads up instead of just bringing this girl in.
Yeah, I thought that was like really wrong of him. He basically did a baby sipping tea at the baby sipping tea.
I'm hollering.
It was a baby reveal at the baby reveal.
And that's what it was giving. And then here's the gag.
Yeah.
Why did he say the children knew? So now I'm wondering if Sheree really knew and she act like she couldn't have known then if she pulling Martell. So.
Which I thought that was kind of like when now see that I peeped that from the jump before he even said anything, because when we always trying to figure out who it was, I was like, unless he had a kid. And then I noticed how at first the girl was standing in front of him, and then he had moved her over and she stood in front of Cairo. And my thing is, if that was a girlfriend and I was Cairo, I was like, why you move your girlfriend in front of me? Right. Cairo was very cool, comfortable. Like he had already met this girl before. So I was like, he knows her. Like they met before. This ain't his first time seeing her because he was chill. He didn't even flinch when she kind of like got closer to him. The whole family had knew, but nobody put Sheree up on game. And then I kind of felt like Sheree was trying to be so like, well, I don't care. I don't know. So I was like, is it that she really don't care, or is it that she just don't want to see us see her care?
I think she does a lot of that. I think Sheree does a lot of trying to act like she's not bothered until you speak about She by Sheree, which I've actually tried to order something, but you never have what I want in stock, so I can't. But anywho,
go to Shein.
I think.
No.
Oh damn, Candy, she gonna get you again. Cause you know she
I
act like she
I ain't letting up on her ass.
Dumb as
But the next year she tried me, but go ahead. Anyway.
Girl, I can't wait to see the reunion.
Girl, honey.
Try keep going.
But that's the only time she'll show you that she's bothered, it seems, when you bring up her business. And it's kind of like, I'm not saying she shouldn't be that way, but we've been waiting on it to happen for how long?
Oh my gosh.
So people gonna talk about it.
Because the fans have been waiting for She by Sheree.
But I also think she should understand that you're gonna have hiccups in your first year.
Have you made a lot of profit yet?
Maybe by the end of the year.
Okay. And it's your first year. And you just, the website be down, it be up, whatever, you got your issues, I just don't think that she should be so upset. Like when y'all had that sit down and she talked to you, she was upset about some things that you were saying, but social media had been saying that.
Yeah, with the stuff from She by Shein and the stuff that...
no, She by Sheree.
I said the
but
same
then she
thing.
gets with other people and she be talking about you, so I'm just a little confused on what is the issue here.
Child, that's my thing. I be saying the same thing, and then some of them have also said stuff about her business, but it only seemed to be a problem when I say it.
And you know Marlo gonna say something about everybody's business. I don't even know why she threw that false
Marlo tried to deny ever really talking about Sheree. Said that interview that somebody posted of her dissing Sheree's business was from 3 years ago.
It happened. So.
And that's how you felt.
But why she invited Martell, he get there late, and then she said, where you been? Or no, she said, what took you so long? He said, why? I said, oh, girl, that's not your man. That's not your man. No, ma'am. It's giving friend girl, because that's what he calls you. Oh. Yeah. He calls her
but you know
girl.
what? I don't think, he's on a different network, so I don't know how many times he got cleared for. I'm not sure. With that being said, it's also kind of weird to me when you're on another show and we clearly see you doing all this stuff with these different women and all this stuff, but we don't even acknowledge it on our show.
Ooh, she don't want to.
Yeah, I'm like, we supposed to be pretending like he good for you,
right?
Like,
and then
what are we doing?
Then you get mad at Kenya, and then y'all pressed about the whole Roy conversation, trying to say why didn't Kenya make it such a big deal? And it's like because she's not giving you a moment, Marlo. And let's be honest, Sheree made that a big deal. Kenya confided in Sheree, and Sheree took that conversation and blew it up and added Martell into it, so it became this big old thing.
So he was in pink.
He was trying
the family color. And then we got a baby reveal at the baby reveal. And then Sheree said she didn't care. And then Drew shows up late and she's upset and don't want to go in because of the assistant was in there. Now, how would you have felt if you was invited, but she also invited somebody that you knew you had been beefing with bad?
For me, it depends on how the beef happened. But I'll say this, more than likely I'm probably still going to show up, as long as that person don't say nothing to me. Like, I can't tell you to not
even if they tried to throw shoes on you in the club. So, okay, I'll give you a little bit of tea, not too much. So, apparently, Drew was at Lenithia's lounge.
Okay.
And Nene's lounge, but I'm saying it was called a Lenithia. Yeah. And the assistant was there, and they got into it
at Lenithia's. Ooh.
Yes, and apparently, according to Drew, he threw a shoe at her, and he tried to fight her. That's according to Drew.
Right.
I don't know, because sometimes she's a little questionable, but that's what she said. So they had to call the police. So anyway.
Well, then I'll say this. I probably would not go. And I have to say, especially if it's a friend like Sheree, because Sheree don't even like Drew like that for real anyway. And if you paid attention to like how Drew showed up with her glasses, when has Drew really shown up anywhere with her glasses, especially a party? It looked like Drew didn't want to be there anyway. So it made me question, if it wasn't Anthony, would it have been something else for you to say, hey, I don't feel comfortable coming in because it looked like you didn't want to come? No way. And then it's like to a party with a lady that, you know, I've been up and down with. And then you got him there or this person, I probably would have went home.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl, what's up?
Nothing, I'm outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I think, you know, she didn't know he was going to be there. So the reason why she was late, which I'll give her this, we had wrapped, that was our last day of filming, so it went way into the next day. So she was tired. I'll give her that.
Okay.
And then when she got to Sheree's, I guess that's when she saw, oh boy, getting out the car, going in.
And then it was like, I already didn't want to come, but now
yeah.
he here, I really don't want to go.
Right. I remember Sheree and Drew both was acting like they wasn't really going to be talking to the dude no more. Except at the reunion, Sheree came back with all the stuff the dude supposedly said. Well, at one point, yeah, that was when they got into it at the reunion last year.
Sheree is the one that called him because she was the one that was still cool with him.
True, but I still wouldn't have thought, I don't know, I just wasn't expecting her to invite him to the party, though. He was being extra at the party. Like, you know how somebody get ready to go in and let have? He was ready to go in and let have. Like, he immediately, as soon as they said she was outside and didn't feel comfortable, he's like, oh, I don't care nothing about her, oh, raggedy, whack, like, he all started going in. Immediately.
I believe this.
So I was just kind of like, you know what? This is not going to go well. Like, I didn't blame Drew for not wanting to come into the building.
I think that Anthony always does the most when he gets on camera, though. I don't know. Maybe that's his personality. He just be like lit and ready.
Yeah, ready for lights, camera, action.
But if he lied on Sheree, I'm surprised she allowed him to. Well, now I'm questioning.
What did he lie about on Sheree?
Then I can't say that he lied, but
he
then Drew say he
get paid.
Correct. But if you are feeling a way about how people talk about She by Sheree, why would you let somebody back in and say that you didn't pay? Now I'm questioning, in all honesty, because it came from Drew.
Well, I am questioning. I feel like
text messages and stuff.
I feel like they are now, some of them are at the point now that they don't care nothing about that. They just want to bring whoever they think is going to make the whole turn up for TV happen so that the job can be secured.
It turned up.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Bob was enough of a turn up that we didn't need.
Well,
Anthony.
nobody knew that was happening.
Well,
I think she didn't know that was going to happen.
She didn't know. And he brought a +1 too. Courtney.
Okay, Courtney, what about it?
Courtney called Drew a BITCH. I just find that to be funny. I kind of want to go a few episodes back.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So remember when Mayetta and Marlo were recording in the room? Mm-hmm. And Mayetta said that she felt like they were doing some type of collusion or something like that. And they all denied it. And seeing that scene of Courtney calling her quote-unquote cousin a bitch sounds like to me she was trying to feed in and fit in to whatever those ladies had going on. So I feel like whatever collusion or whatever they was trying to do in that moment, I feel like it kind of worked, because why would you call this girl a bitch?
Well, the part that I was saying, the part that I noticed on the tape is when she was trying to be like, you know, telling Sheree how many, we've been friends for this, and, you know, I would like basically like telling her I would never do whatever, because me and you've been friends for so long. So to me, it's like you are making sure that Sheree knows that you're loyal to her. You know what I mean? And I think the issue is whenever we had conversations about Courtney or things that we felt like, I don't know about her, Drew was always taking up for Courtney because that was her cousin. So that's why Mayetta was like, yeah, well, girl,
she ain't taking up for you.
She ain't really taking up for you. Like, I guess that was her point. Now, when she said, bitch, I was like, was she saying it about Drew or was she just saying it? And that's why I was like, either way, you call somebody bitch. You talking about you don't say the word bitch? Bitch. You definitely
say the word bitch.
You definitely said it. So I was just like, yeah, all of these people be trying to portray themselves to be one way in front of the camera and then be doing other things when the camera ain't around. They give us a little teaser going into the finale where Drew is crying.
Are you ready to talk about Ralph?
Yeah.
Basically, the whole thing everybody knows already hit the internet about the accusations that came out about Drew with Ty, who is our girl Mimi's
ex-fiance.
Yes, ex-fiance. And Mimi Faust from Love Hip Hop. If for anybody who needs to go Google.
Right. Just in case.
Her ex-fiance Ty, who is a professional basketball player. The rumors had spread. They said that the divorce, they both filed for divorce. I don't know, Drew filed for divorce and Ralph filed for divorce. And according to the word on the streets, Ralph wanted a divorce because of Ty and Drew connecting. That was the rumor.
Now wait a minute.
What?
There are multiple ways to connect. So I'm just trying to figure out what kind of connection happened. Like, was it like a?
Well, I'm sure you've seen the blogs.
Was it like a kiss, or was it like a? You know what I'm saying? Click.
The rumors that they were seeing each other, right? That was the rumor.
That's what I did hear. She invited Ty to her man's birthday party. That was messy.
That happened.
And then shortly after that, I think Mimi came out and Mimi said that that's what y'all was doing.
That happened. So what do you think?
I believe Mimi is not lying. I think it's a strong possibility. I'll say this. I think Ty is a very cute girl. If I was like lesbian or anything, I would probably try and talk to Ty. You know what I'm saying? Because Ty's cute. You know what I'm saying? One time me and my mama, we was watching Love and Hip Hop or something. And I think me and my mama both, now that is a cute girl. You know, just talking. I was like, girl, if I was like that, I would go over there and try and holler. My mom said, I know, because she looks nice or whatever. So Ty is cute. Be pulling them, okay? But I believe it. I do. I don't think Mimi just gonna sit up there and just come out of nowhere and just lie, because the talk had died down about Drew and this divorce. Mimi was like, here you go. And I was like, oh my God.
It was interesting.
It's okay. I just want Drew to be able to live in her truth, whatever that may be. You know, I feel like if you did go out and do anything with Ty, some part of me feel like that's fine, because we don't know what the hell Ralph was doing in Tampa. We don't know what he was doing in Las Vegas. So I feel like you're owed a few passes, in my personal opinion. So, I mean.
You said we don't know what he was doing in Vegas.
No, he was supposed to be auditioning for Chocolate City? But she was so stressed out in Portugal about it. So I don't know what he was really over there doing, and I don't think she did either.
Well, now that was weird to me, the whole Vegas thing, because at first when she mentioned the whole thing with him, she seemed like she was fine with it. But then she brought up the Vegas thing again and was acting like, on the show, I'm saying, was that in her green screen, and she made it seem like, like she was emotional, thinking that something may be going on. So I'm like, well, what is it, honey? Were you okay with him auditioning, or do you really have a problem with it? Because that's not how she brought it. So I was just like, okay.
It's not
what is the reality? How are you really feeling? What do you really think?
Because if let's just say it was really happening at the same time, you know, because her green screen we knew was months later. This means that she's willing to talk in her green screens all the time about her fucked up relationship, but she never talks to you ladies about it. Does that make sense? Because she's telling national television, but she can't tell you guys at dinner.
Right. Thank you for saying that.
Because she's never showed you guys she has a problem with him. It's always her own scenes doing it.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because I remember questioning when she cried in Portugal. You're saying you want people to be there for you, but you're not really opening up about what it is. You say you want this friendship and all of that, and you expect loyalty, but they don't even know what the hell is going on for real.
Right. And here's the other thing, sidebar. My other question was, okay, when she first talked about him going to Vegas and auditioning and her being, when she was okay with it, that was on camera with us. But when she did the whole emotional thing, saying, you know, she didn't know what he was doing in Vegas, That was a green screen. But we don't know if she did that green screen after she had already been accused of messing with Todd.
Dude,
so I'm like, are you trying to make him look bad
flip
now?
Yes, yes.
Because y'all getting a divorce?
Mm-hmm.
Because you weren't acting like that when you first brought it up.
First brought it up.
Crying at the table, it was about the $1,000.
Yeah,
correct,
when she cried at the
correct.
table, it was about $1,000. In her interview scene, it was about him being evicted. You see
I
what
think,
I'm saying?
yep, I do. I think she tried to switch the narrative a bit in the confessionals
That's what I was
after the
like,
fact.
Wow.
But I do have some other questions. Are we still
go
talking about
ahead.
housewives? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You can ask whatever you want.
So the first thing I want to ask is, because Kandi, you just give so many people grace. See, that's why you blessed. First of all, because of the grace that you give. Why did you do that red carpet interview? And when they asked about housewives returning, you said you would like to have Kim Z back because she speaks her mind. But as soon as she got on the show to sit with Sheree, she kind of made it seem like y'all have, yeah.
That's what I thought was funny, that she got on there talking like saying we got beef. Because I'm like, when we got beef? Because when I saw her at the wedding, she was like, hey girl, give me a hug. Oh, that's so old.
I believe this.
But then she got with them trying to make it seem like I was going out my way to speak to her.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, okay, now you tripping.
And then said I just sung a song and this and that. I don't know if you ever got paid from that. Like you didn't really do nothing and she didn't owe you nothing.
Well, no, I got some money, but not what.
Okay.
Yeah, not what we had originally discussed.
Mm.
But either way, I was willing to just move on from that because that was so many years ago. And the song, we ended up pulling the song. So it don't even make money anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Does anybody know this?
No.
What?
Because I've seen people saying Kandi never got her money from that. And I'm like, I thought she got some.
No. Remember she said she paid me some money, but it was like a little or nothing. That wasn't what we was saying we was going to do. Wait. Oh, that's what it is. So what she had put up, I'm correct. So what she had put up herself, the original song, we had it taken down. But her home, remember the girl that she was messing with, DJ Tracy Young? Mm-hmm. She had did a remix. So the remix is still up. And she had put that up through her label. And I was cool with Tracy Young, so I really wasn't worried about having that pulled. The money is made like really in the first year when it's really streaming. If it ain't really streaming like that. No. But yeah, the version that you can pull up now is only DJ Tracy's remix.
Got you. So Nene Leakes did an interview.
Oh, shit.
You know one thing she's going to do is the interview. Now, Nene done did her interview, and in this interview, she said that you were overrated and overpaid.
Yeah, how would she even know what I'm getting paid?
I can't recall if she said that you were star-less, because the question was star or star-less. And then she also said she does not understand why you have this animosity towards her.
She said all that and then asked why I have animosity towards her. She should answer that answers your question. First of all, I don't have animosity towards her. All the times that I've ever did jokes on her and stuff in the past is because she was talking about me. She literally called me a coon. Who doesn't why would I see anything for somebody who says something like that? You get what I'm saying? So, I don't even get how she can question the thoughts that I've had for her in the past.
There's been conversation about the strike and stuff and whether or not reality stars should have a union. Do you think that you guys should have a union as well?
I mean, it would be nice. That's what I think. That would be nice because we don't get paid residuals at all. Crazy. So, you know how, people on them shows from back in the day, the reason why they really are fighting is because back in the day, regular TV, when you see all the reruns, all those people were still getting a check and still be able to live as they became older. And unfortunately, now that people be putting the reruns on streaming services did not count under that contract. So now the streamers don't have to pay them for their work even though they, so as they get older, they're not getting any residuals, right? So that's why you're trying to change and get the contract right for what's happening now in the world. Now, unfortunately, for reality stars, the reason why reality started in the first place was, I don't know if you guys know, but back when the first big reality movement started going on with Housewives, all those shows, there was a strike then. And so they started putting together all these different reality shows, because that's what started coming on television in the place of the scripted shows. But with the reality shows, we did not get paid residuals. You got your fee for what you got that year, and that's it. So as they're able to repeat these shows all around the world of these reality shows, we do not get an extra check for that. We only get our one little fee, and they get to play this here. They get to play it on the other side of the world. They get to play it 100 times. They get to play the season 1 a million times if they want to. And we do not get paid but that one check that we got when we first filmed it.
Did you see the Bethany interview with Jill?
No.
I think Jill said that she got $7,500 her first season.
I got the same thing that Nene got for her first season. It was only $10,000 for the use of my home. Oh, no, I take that back. Well, that's what I was only supposed to get I was on season 2.
Yeah.
So they was giving me basically the same thing that the girls got for their first season. But the difference that happened to me was that was the first year that they did the reunions.
Okay.
And since they were paying the girls an extra, they was giving them $20,000 or something for the 2 reunions or whatever it was, they ended up giving me the same as they got for the reunion, which was unexpected because I didn't even know we was going to end up doing no reunion thing. And that's because they end up choosing to do the reunions. That was season 2, and they end up putting me at the same money that they gave them. But I went into the season being told I was only getting $10,000 that year. I almost did not do it. I was like, that ain't no money. Why am I doing this? I don't need this, all that stuff. And I was talking to my friend Rashida, and she was like, girl, you don't never know. You know what it might do, whatever.
Portia. So there was a time where you helped save Portia's job because she was on the chopping block. Is there at any point, did you regret that decision? As she ended up flipping, did you ever regret that?
I didn't regret it, no.
Okay.
Like you said, I've been in a situation multiple times where people that, I looked out for, it ended up coming to bite me in the ass later. But I always chalk it up to it's all good because, I always feel like something good is going to come back to me in some kind of way or form. So I'm not even holding on to that. I honestly, when I watched that, when Nene said that, I totally had even forgotten that I had put everything on the line trying to get Portia to stay on the show. I totally had forgot about it. But at the same time, I still don't regret anything. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and you learn, you move on. So tell me about these Tubi movies. What's the name of the movie you in?
Oh, yes. So filmed with Silk White. One is called He Belongs to Me, and the other one is called Be Careful What You Ask For. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
So you had more than one?
Yeah, more than one. Okay. And you know what's so dope is that I did a film with Silk White a few years ago. And really, it wasn't even that long ago. I think it was 2021. And Claudia Jordan just shot something with him more recently. So I believe the film that she's been promoting, she shot with him too. So I think that's pretty dope. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So Kandi and Todd. All right, let me be a secretary or something for the next film. I'm not trying to get a main role. Just let me get a little piece.
Okay.
Shoot my headshot.
I'm gonna watch the first movie, see how she did.
Go watch the first one. Go watch the first.
And then, we're going to put the links to your page, your YouTube page. Make sure everybody, you go to Jami, that's me, subscribe, go back and see some of her other vlogs that she's done so you can see what she got to say about us, child.
Period. My subscribers do not know this, okay? So this is a really big announcement for me.
Oh, wow.
I have something coming. Thank you.
How far along are you?
I am 4 months.
Ooh.
Yes.
Do we know what we having?
We do.
We're not telling nobody. Okay.
Not yet. Due in December, so yeah.
Lord. You Sanya is somebody else I know that's.
I almost slipped up and said that. I almost said when we were talking about Sanya, we do around the same time, but I had to hold it. So I'll tell y'all later.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Is this your first?
No, this is my second. So I'm kind of like you. My son is 19.
Oh.
So by the time this baby comes, my son will be 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my friend is doing the same thing. I'm like, starting over, child.
But I've always told people like you, Toya, y'all like inspire me. Like, I'm like, okay, I feel inspired because just seeing how y'all are with y'all babies and then your older kids are like out there doing their thing. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can do this.
Oh, you definitely can do it.
I can do this.
You good. Well, thank you for being a part of this episode of Speak On It. Make sure you guys are subscribed to all our pages. Make sure you keep tuning in. Honey, we got the tea, and I'm telling you, you definitely want to stay tuned to the finale and to the reunions because they are a lot. And thank you for watching.
Speak on it.
I'm too hoarse.
I don't have to clout chase. I never said you clout chase. I'm fine.
Now, all right, so let's address what I'm sure everybody wants to talk about first. Me and you getting into it on the first day. We didn't even know each other.
Yeah.
This
People
is the
want to
obvious.
know, yes.
You know.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay, so what happened? You tell your side.
Okay, I'll tell my side. But you were really looking at me with some really wicked faces, like when I first started that conversation.
You was a little hype.
I probably was.
You was
sure?
a little hype. Like I would have been feeling away if Todd had did that.
Rightfully so, but I think that, and I totally agree with you in most relationships, but I think that we all know that their relationship wasn't that traditional. And when I met Ralph...
What do you mean by not traditional?
I don't rock with somebody, you don't rock with somebody. If you don't rock with somebody, I don't rock with somebody.
Yeah, there's a real reason to not rock with somebody.
Okay, so her calling me a bitch and then lying about it?
I realized, holy shit, like, because typically I can tell when somebody's full of shit, right? But Drew had me fooled, girl.
I think she's a great actress. She's an amazing actress.
Is that what we gonna call it, or just a compulsive liar?